deep right center field. It's over his head, it's out of here! Tyler Spoon is in a grand slam!
Bernal dives, gets up, throws sidearm in time!
Breaking ball, strike three call. Whoa! It makes a great catch!
It's just a weekend you just go down and play. It's like every weekend, you know.
Up and down the order, we're swinging it pretty well. It's just good momentum to take there because it's not easy, never easy there at Alex Box playing LSU.
I mean, they're good. They're a solid team. Nola, he's one of the best pitchers in the SEC. So I feel like that's going to be a good matchup, me and him. Hopefully a pitcher's duel, keep it close the whole game, and hopefully we can come out on top.
We greet you tonight from Alex Box Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Razorbacks are on the LSU campus for the weekend, and we are less than a half hour away now from the opening game of a three-game set between Arkansas and LSU. Two of the best pitching staffs in college baseball set to go at it three times this weekend. Tyler Spoon will lead it off. Aaron Nola's ready to pitch. 74 degrees at game time, and the first one's on the way. Put men at second and third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. One run's going to score, and they're going to wave home Laird. The throw to the plate is offline. It'll be a single for Bregman, 2 RBIs. Some other ball games. Runners trying to steal third. Pitches a strike. Throw to third. They got him. The ball was waiting on Bregman. Wise with a bullet. The runner gets his lead from first, swinging a ground ball to second. Ought to be 2 to second for 1 to first, double play. The Hogs turn it 4-6-3, and that gets him out of the inning. The 0-1 pitch is on the way. Swing and a drive to deep right field. Moving back is Benintendi. He looks up, and that ball is gone. McMullen just hit a home run, and the Tigers are up 4-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. The runners go. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to third, and he's out by a mile. They're going to quit trying to steal third on Wise sooner or later. Nobody on or out. Here's the 2-2. Fisher swings and skies one into deep right center field. Going back is the right fielder Laird. He reaches up. He can't get it, and that ball's gone. Fisher's hit a home run, and the Hogs are on the board. Moved to third on a base hit by Ibarra. Moore was walked. Runner from first goes. Swinging a fly ball toward right center field. Spoon on the move. Tyler gets there, makes a great catch, and they're going to double the runner off from first. Zach Pearson ready to deal again. The runners go. Swung on, sky toward right center. That ball's hit well. Laird going back in the gap. It's up against the wall. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 5-3 ball game as Anderson pulls into second with a double.
I'm proud of the team for busting it and continuing to play. And, we made them get into their bullpen a little bit. They had to use a lefty and use their closer. And, we're down 1. We got to win tomorrow.
Quick turnaround for both teams today. It's a nationally televised ball game this afternoon, so both the Razorbacks and the Tigers are right back out at the ballpark getting set for game 2. The 1-2 pitch from Beek, swing and a miss. Got him with some high heat. Tailgate, pick up some soy sauce. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Beeks gets Laird with a curveball. Beeks delivers again. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball, and that ends the inning. Beeks strikes out the side. Razorbacks need base runners. The 0-1's on the way. Swinging a drive toward deep right center field. Stevenson's on the move. Going back. He looks up, and that ball's gone. Fisher has hit his second home run in as many ball games. The Razorbacks are on the board, and it is 4-1. 1-1, the pitch. Spoon swings and lines it into right field. That's a base hit from the stretch. First one to Joe's on the way. Swinging a high fly ball into left center. It's going to be caught, but it's deep enough to get a run home. Stevenson over to make the grab. Tagging at third and scoring is Bernal. It's a sacrifice fly for Serrano, and it's 4-2. Within a run. There go the runners. The pitch is high. The throw sails into left field. Benintendi gets up, he's going to score, and the ball game is tied.
We finally tied that thing up, and Brian had 1 pitch left, and they got him, and then we didn't get the big 2-out hit. I think we had runners at second and third and second with 2 outs 4 times, and we never got a 2-out hit there. That would have been huge for us, and they got a couple of big hits.
3-2. The runners get their leads. There they go. The pitch lined into left field. That's a base hit. LSU's won the ball game.
I think that we've done a good job so far this year responding from, losing a close game, and I think that we just kind of take everything from the games before and bring on what we need to the next games, and I think that this game will help us a lot and coming out tomorrow and getting a W.
Gets outside. Watch out. Touchdown. Arkansas gets the Razorbacks' first win at Tennessee in school history.
Obviously, our goal is to win national championships.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Hogs are going to Omaha.
Clearly, there is just a ton of passion for what it means to be a Razorback and wear the cardinal and white. We want something that's intimidating, that's going to empower the athletes as they take the field to play, really make them feel superior.
Starting to warm up. Guys are, it's usually what happens. Guys start getting a little bit of confidence, and wind starts blowing out at most parks, and things happen. So be a great time to keep scoring runs.
The pitch is on the way, and it's hit well toward right. Moving back is Laird. That one's over his head and up against the wall. Spoon's going to get a double. Tyler pulls into second, standing up. Bowman working from the stretch with Spoon at second base. Here's the pitch. Benintendi lines a base hit into left field. Spoon's going to be held at third as the left fielder Fraley got to it very quickly. Checks the runners. They stay put, and Serrano walks. Missed way high with a fastball. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Serrano did on Friday night. 1-0. Baxendale swings and hits one high and deep into left field. If it's fair, it's going to be a grand slam. It's fair, and it's gone. Blake Baxendale has hit a grand slam home run, and the Hogs are up 4-0. A big blow by the freshman.
I got a 1-0 pitch that was elevated. I was just trying to hit a ball to the outfield. Since I don't run that well, I didn't want to hit an inning double play. So to get a changeup elevated, I got it pretty good. I think without the wind, it still would have gone, but with the wind blowing, it just made it go a little bit further.
The 0-1 to Laird's on the way. Double play ball to short. Bernal flips to Anderson for one. Low throw to first. Fisher digs it out, and that's a double play. 1-1. The pitch swung on, grounded up the middle. That's into center field for a hit. One run scores. Stevenson will score. Stopping at second is Ibarra. It's a two-run single for Fraley, and the Razorback lead is now 4-2. 1 ball to count. Runner goes. Swing and a little flare to right. That's a base hit. Fisher's going to round second. He'll move on over to third. Pitching from the stretch. The 0-1's on the way. Wise swings and hits it to the mound. That's going to be, it should have been a double play, but a bad throw to second, and everybody's safe. In to score is Fisher. Safe at second is Wernes. And swept in a conference series. The 2-2s are called strike three. Good fastball over the outer half, down around the knees. Domingue is pitching from the stretch. The delivery's on the way, and Anderson skies it into right field. Laird moving back. He's going to catch it, but it's deep enough to get a run home. Laird makes the grab. Benintendi tags and scores. Serrano moves to third. The Hogs are up 6-2. Here it is. Blake swings and lines it down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and it'll get into the corner. Extra bases for Baxendale. In to score is Serrano. It's an RBI double, and the Hogs are up 7-2. Here's the 2-2. Fisher swings and hits one high and deep into right field. That one is way out of here. It hits the top row of the bleachers. Fisher with his third home run of the weekend. The Hogs have opened it up, and it is 9-2.
He did a great job. That at bat, he got behind early and fouled off a couple of fastballs, and fouled off a breaking ball, fouled off another fastball, and then he came with a breaking ball and left down the middle. And he took a real fluid, easy type swing. The ball just jumped off his bat.
The runners get their leads from first and second. A breaking ball swung on into short. Ought to be 2. Bernal to Anderson to Fisher, and the Hogs turn the double play. Once again, Fisher digs a throw out of the dirt. 6-4 to 3. In at the corners, back up the middle. The pitch driven toward right center field. On the move is the center fielder Stevenson. He tracks it down to make the grab. Wernes will tag at third and score. It's a sacrifice fly for Benintendi, and it's a 10-4 ball game. Saw him a little bit yesterday. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. The right-hander peers in. Here comes the payoff. Swing and a pop-up down the left field line toward the Razorback bullpen. Serrano comes over at the railing, makes the catch to end the ball game.
It's like I told him. I said we've got 20 games left on our schedule, and let's just start over. Last game of the first half, and that's a big swing. If you're 6-9, 7-8, that's huge. It just gives us a chance to climb back in it. Only a couple of 3 games out, and you take away 2 pitches for the weekend, man, and who knows? Our guys have been, the first 5 series, they've been backed up against the wall twice, and both times on the road have come away. And we played 9 out of our first 15 on the road. We got 9 at home out of the next 15 in conference, and hopefully we'll continue to get our series wins at home.
Excuse me. Yeah, you. Did you know that shirt you bought back there isn't officially licensed? You have to look for the label before you buy any product that features University of Arkansas logos or phrases. That's the only way to know that your purchase is helping to benefit the Razorbacks. See? They've got it figured out. Next time, remember to look for the label before you buy. For more information about the University of Arkansas's trademark licensing program, visit arkansasrazorbacks.com.
Never know who you'll see at Hog Heaven, the official team store of Arkansas Athletics, where all proceeds benefit Razorback student athletes. We're glad you're back on This is Baseball. The SEC season has hit the stretch drive. We're in the second half of conference play now, 15 league games to go. We're joined by Coach Dave Van Horn. And Coach, good teams finish strong, and I know that's what you're trying to do right now.
We are. We're starting to play better. We're still dealing with injuries, probably like most teams, but for the most part, we're playing pretty good defense. We pitched good pretty much all year, and it seems to me that we're starting to swing the bats a lot better. It's starting to warm up a little bit. A little bit of a tough winter in the Midwest, and I think it hurt us a little bit, as it did other teams, but I truly believe that our better days are in front of us.
When you look at the conference as a whole right now, as you hit the second half, it's still a jumbled mess. It's just hard to know what's going to happen.
Of the 14 teams, there's really 3 teams that have jumped out there a little bit, a couple games ahead of us, maybe 3 games with Alabama right now. But for the most part, everybody's around 500. I think teams are just real even. There's a lot of really good pitching in the league this year, experienced guys on the mound that have gotten it done. But I do believe those bats are going to catch up, and I think you'll see a few more runs scored by everybody in the league the second half.
It always seems to work this way. Baseball's a warm weather game, and it's been colder in the South this year for longer than probably any other year. And when the weather warms, the run totals do tend to come up.
Well, usually the wind starts blowing out of the south, and at most ballparks that's blowing out somewhere. And like you said, the hitters are starting to see the ball. The more you play, usually the better you get offensively. It's even the same way at the big league level. And a lot of times the games are low scoring and tight. Like we played, 15, 21 run games already this year, and 2-run games. And I think that you'll see guys starting to take off offensively. I think guys are starting to get comfortable that are young and first time through the league, and it'll be a race to the end.
With all the close games, all the one-run games, I would imagine managing a game is tougher. The pressure on the players, though, there's everything seems to be magnified now.
It does. A run is so important. Scoring first is important. I know our record when we score first is, probably 80% we're going to win the game, and it's it's a situation where if you're playing defense, you're up a run, down a run, well, you feel a little more pressure to make a play, or if you're pitching to make that perfect pitch and not make a mistake. And even base running, guys are worried about making mistakes, and you just got to play loose, play the game. And a 3-run lead now, maybe 5 years ago that was more like a 6-7 run lead. And with the bats and the balls and the way it is these days, I think that everything is magnified.
Every team, when they make a run down the stretch, seems to have a player come through that maybe wasn't part of the equation early on. I think about Baxendale as a possibility for you. Hit a grand slam at LSU and really gave you a pick-me-up.
Yeah, he had a great day for us. He had 5 RBIs, he had a double RBI, and then that big grand slam in the first inning. And it's the farthest ball I've ever seen him hit. That includes batting practice and everything. And he got all that. Everything was just right. Great extension, leverage, used all the cliches, but he hammered it. And it gave us a chance to relax. But he's a guy that if we could insert him in the middle of our lineup and he could help drive in some runs and be a threat, it would really be a plus for us.
You have the luxury of knowing who your 3 weekend starters are, and sometimes that really is a luxury for a coach.
It is. It's a little comforting, and I think the team responds to that a little bit. There's still a couple of teams out there that are pretty good that are scuffling around trying to figure out who their number 3 is, and pretty much every weekend we announce who's going to pitch and what order, and we know who. The guys know their roles, and that's a good thing. We've got under 20 games left in the regular season, and hopefully we can do well, finish strong, and have a chance to get to the tournament and beyond.
The best part of the back half of the conference schedule may be the fact that you've got 3 series at Baum Stadium. 9 of the last 15 are here, and your team plays well here.
We have played well here. Maybe even better than in the past, and we've had some pretty good clubs the last few years, and it seemed like that, sometimes we didn't play well at home, and that's kind of unusual. We played a little better on the road maybe a couple years ago. This year's team definitely has played better at home, and we've won at home. We went on the road 3 of the first 5 series in the first half, and now we've got, 3 at home this second half. But, against good people, Vanderbilt and Auburn and Texas A&M, they're all quality teams, and if we could win those 3 series, that'd be huge for us.
It's a new adventure every weekend, isn't it?
Every weekend, I tell you, it's a grind.
All right, Coach, thank you.
You bet.
15 league games to go, 19 overall. The stretch drive is here, and we'll follow it all right here on This Is Baseball. Draw hit into deep right center field. It's over his head, and it's out of here. Tyler Spoon is in a grand slam.
Bernal dives, gets up, through sidearm in time.
Breaking ball, strike 3 call. Whoa! Makes the great catch.